Clippers superstar Kawhi Leonard signed a $28 million endorsement deal with an environmental startup funded by Clippers owner Steve Ballmer. Now, according to an investigation by Pablo Torre Finds Out, former employees are now raising concerns that Ballmer's $50 million personal investment in the company, currently under federal investigation for fraud, went on a round trip to power Leonard's no-show job and skirt NBA rules. Pablo got an anonymous former Aspiration employee on the show. Take a listen.
Did you ever see proof of Kawhi Leonard marketing or endorsing Aspiration in any way?
Never, not once. The single largest payment to an individual for marketing that Aspiration ever made has completely evaded all press. It's honestly incredible. Nothing. He didn't have to do anything.
In other words, Kawhi Leonard got from Aspiration a $28 million no-show job.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm honestly so jealous.
In a statement sent to Torre's show on Tuesday on behalf of the team and its owner, the Clippers said neither Mr. Ballmer nor the Clippers circumvented the salary cap or engaged in any misconduct related to Aspiration. Any contrary assertion is provably false. Stephen A., your reaction to the story and Pablo's investigation?
Let me say this. First of all, I'm going to always give Steve Ballmer the benefit of the doubt. I think that he's a treasure for the NBA, and obviously this is worthy of an investigation, it appears. The Clippers have categorically denied any wrongdoing. I'm certainly going to give this man the benefit of the doubt because he's done a lot for the league, and I think he's a good man, and until we find otherwise, he deserves the benefit of the doubt. Not that it doesn't deserve to be investigated, but he deserves the benefit of the doubt. Having said that, let me tell you what really, really stands out with me and why I said, believe it or not, some of this is believable. Because there's a sentence in here where it says, the deal was with Kawhi Leonard's company, KL2 Aspire, LLC, and included clauses allowing Leonard to do nothing, yet still collect payment. That's the Kawhi Leonard I know. Doing nothing and getting paid for it. Now, this is a two-time champ. I want to be very, very clear about what I'm saying. When this man is on the court, he is a bona fide superstar player. This brother is a two-time champion, two-time NBA Finals MVP, okay? He can ball, doesn't shrink beneath the spotlight or the pressure. This is in no way questioning his greatness as a basketball player. But I have stated this on many occasions. He is the worst superstar I have ever seen in sports. Worst and superstar being the operative words. No denying he's a superstar. But I have never seen a superstar do less to market and promote his team or promote the brand. It was so bad, doggy, that I almost had a heart. I'm telling you right now, I had to go to the doctor and get checked up because I had palpitations. When I saw this man on a podium at a press conference post-game actually talking, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it because he says nothing. This is a man that did New Balance commercials, and the kids spoke, Molly. The kids. He didn't say a word. I've seen them go up to him and need him to sign autographs and fraternize with the public when he was sitting behind on the bench collecting about $40+ million, and he wouldn't do it. So he has spent years doing absolutely, positively nothing. That's why his uncle, Dennis Robinson, is so popular. It's a name that all of us know. Why? Because that man never fails to go and ask for the money now. He wants to ask for the money. They want a masseuse. They want a helicopter. They want, you don't talk about me in private jet. Don't even get me started. This brother, I mean, it is endless. What he has made sure he gets time and time and time again, despite the inordinate amount of games that he has played. Now, last year he fooled us all because he played like 21 of the last 25 games, was available in the postseason, plus did interviews. Like I said, gave me palpitations. I couldn't believe it, okay? We had missed like 34 games before that. This man is a walking absentee on the ballot. This brother will check the absentee ballot as much as he possibly can throughout his career. So when I saw this report and it said, money for doing nothing, I said, that's what made me pause. Not because of Steve Ballmer, not because of the Clippers, because of him. Because if there's a way for this brother to get money, guaranteed without working, that's what that brother has done. That's what I'm saying. Now, I know he's injured. You know, he's not taking time off. He's injured.
The NBA has long relied on a strict salary cap system to ensure fairness across the league, preventing wealthier owners from outspending rivals and buying championships outright. However, a major investigation has now placed the Los Angeles Clippers and their star player Kawhi Leonard under an intense spotlight after allegations surfaced of a potential scheme to circumvent these rules. At the heart of the controversy is a $28 million endorsement deal between Leonard and an environmental startup called Aspiration, a company heavily funded by Clippers owner Steve Ballmer. According to investigative journalist Pablo Torre, this arrangement raises serious questions about whether the contract was in fact a no-show job designed to funnel money to Leonard outside the salary cap framework. The structure of the deal has attracted scrutiny. Leonard reportedly signed the contract through his company KL2 Aspire LLC, which contained clauses stating he could fulfill the agreement while doing nothing, yet still receive the full $28 million. Former Aspiration employees interviewed by Torre claimed there was no evidence Leonard ever marketed the company, produced content, or even made a public statement in its favor. They stated the payout represented the single largest marketing expense in Aspiration's history, yet yielded no visible promotion. The absence of any deliverables in return for such a massive payment has been described as highly unusual in the endorsement world, especially compared to the typical obligations of star athletes who are expected to engage in campaigns, appearances, or at minimum some public-facing activity. The context of the deal is just as significant as its terms. In 2021, Ballmer invested $50 million of his own money into Aspiration, just weeks after Leonard signed a 4-year, $176 million extension with the Clippers. Around the same time, Aspiration entered into a $300 million sponsorship arrangement with the Clippers organization. Critics suggest the timing may indicate Ballmer's investment helped facilitate Leonard's endorsement, indirectly supplementing his earnings beyond what was permissible under league rules. The revelation that the contract would terminate if Leonard ever left the Clippers further fuels the suspicion that it was tied not to genuine marketing work, but rather to ensuring Leonard's loyalty to the franchise. The credibility of the claims is bolstered by Aspiration's collapse. The company, once valued at $2.3 billion and promoted as a climate-focused financial services firm, filed for bankruptcy in March 2025. Records revealed it owed the Clippers $30 million and Leonard's LLC $7 million at the time of its downfall. Even more damning, Aspiration co-founder Joseph Sandberg admitted guilt in federal court to defrauding investors of $248 million, acknowledging that the company's financial statements were falsified. Former employees disclosed to Torre that promises of large-scale tree planting and sustainability initiatives were never verified, suggesting much of the company's core mission was fabricated. With Aspiration now legally exposed as fraudulent, every transaction tied to it, including Leonard's endorsement, has come under intense review. The Clippers have issued a firm denial, stating neither Ballmer nor the team engaged in misconduct or salary cap circumvention. Their public statement emphasized that any claim suggesting Ballmer's investment was used to funnel money to Leonard is provably false, and that they were victims of Aspiration's collapse like other investors. Supporting this stance, Mark Cuban, former Dallas Mavericks owner, publicly defended Ballmer on social media, claiming the notion he would knowingly risk violating NBA rules in such a way was implausible. The team insists their involvement with Aspiration was limited to standard sponsorship arrangements and that Leonard's personal endorsement was independent of organizational influence. Nevertheless, the league has begun an official investigation. The NBA's collective bargaining agreement outlines severe penalties for attempts to bypass the salary cap. For a first offense, fines of up to $4.5 million can be levied, escalating to $5.5 million for repeat violations. More consequential are competitive sanctions, including the loss of first-round draft picks and even the potential voiding of contracts signed under suspicious terms. Historical precedent looms large, with the Minnesota Timberwolves punished in 1999 after under-the-table payments were made to Joe Smith. That scandal cost the franchise $3.5 million in fines, 5 first-round draft picks, and the annulment of Smith's contract, a punishment that crippled the team and derailed their ability to maximize Kevin Garnett's prime years.